So there's one thing that really trips me up, and it trips up so many people, and it means that they can't have the relationship they want with God, and it's distraction. Distraction, it's so hard not to be distracted, especially in this age, because in the previous ages, there were not many distractions, but now we have so many different social media platforms, we have so many different ways to be distracted, and we are the busiest generation there's ever been. And so how can we just get that time where we're undistracted? Because unless we have that time, we'll just be reading the Bible, or we'll be doing something that we will be wanting to spend time with God, and it will be unable to, because our mind is in so many different places, distracted by so many different things, by our phone or by whatever. And how do we just get in that place where we're not distracted? Well, the key is to improve your self-image. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this really changed how I read the Bible and how I'm able to be more disciplined with pursuing God without distractions. And a book that has really helped me with this, if you want to check it out, is The Pursuit of God, and I'll leave it in the description. It's the best book that I've ever written. But I've ever read in my life. Apart from the Bible, of course, and it's in the description. It is incredible. And basically, the way is to improve your self-image, and the way that you do that is you heighten the bar on what you know is your normal. So, for example, if I got this from a guy called Dan Locke, so it wasn't me who thought of this, but imagine you were at the level of 70 degrees Celsius. You know, that was your normal. And you say you want to lose weight. Then you start to lose weight, and because you lose weight, you go up to the level 75 in your self-image, because you've lost weight, and so you've gained respect in your self-image. But if you then see yourself as 75, you say to yourself subconsciously, I'm not 75, that's not the level that I'm at, I'm a 70. So you subconsciously, you start to put on the weight again, and that's why people find it really hard to lose weight, because in their mind, in their subconscious mind, they're always going to be a 70 degrees person. But what if you raised your level? What if you raised your level of your self-image so the 75 became your new normal? That was just the normal that you operate at, and that is what you will stay at. And basically, when you do that, and when you hang around other people who are also at that level of wanting to improve, and their desire to improve is at the level that is higher than you, then you increase your level. And so basically it's kind of a subconscious ranking system. And so if you struggle to read the Bible undistracted, and if you struggle to pray undistracted, then I encourage you to raise your level. So raise what your new normal is. So this is just what I do. So I just read the Bible in the morning for an hour, and that's just what I do. Maybe not an hour, maybe half an hour, maybe 10 minutes. Whatever you want to raise your normal to is what you'll stay at. And you know, so many people think maybe, oh, I'll burn out. Maybe it won't really work because I'll just do too much and then I'll get stressed out. And you can get to that level, but if you raise your new normal, if you raise your self-image, how you see yourself mentally, not physically, but how you see yourself mentally, the level that is your new normal that you want to perform at, then that is the level that you're going to stay at. Because there was a guy There was a guy who ran for 1 hour every single day in the morning at 6 a.m. for 11 years straight. And he didn't miss a single day in that 11-year period. And how was he able to do that? Well, you see, Dan Lok asked him a question. How are you able to do that? How are you able to be so disciplined? And his only answer was, I'm just a runner. That's what I do. And that was his normal. You see, it's just what he did. It's just, he thought it was just normal to run for an hour at 6 a.m. because it's just what he did. So what if we got to the point where we could read the Bible for an hour in the morning, and that would just be our new normal, and we could just do it and it wouldn't seem hard because you raised your self-image level to that 75, and then you could raise it even more to 80. And so when you get to the level of 80, it's always just a mental shift. So when you raise your level to 80, the things that you're doing at the level 80 are actually just as easy as what you would be doing at level 70. And that's the reason why some people are incredibly mega successful and some people are really not successful, and it seems like, you know, they're doing a similar they're using up a similar amount of effort and willpower, but they're actually doing way more because they've raised their standard and they've raised their self-image. And so if we want to get to a level of discipline where we can read the Bible undistracted, focusing on it and just focusing on God and really increasing our relationship with God, or it could be with any skill, then the way that we do this is by raising our self-image of ourselves and raising our standards so that in the morning we can spend extended periods of time undistracted, putting our phone on aeroplane mode and just listening to God, because most people, 90% of people, won't be able to do that. And if you raise your self-image and you hang around people who also know their full potential and have got that level of discipline that you want, then you will be able to have that level of discipline. And all it takes is one mental shift, and you're completely you're going to be operating at a new level of normal that is much higher than your old level, simply because of one mental shift. And that's the hack that's so overpowered, and that is how we are able to focus on God undistracted. And it would be so amazing if we could focus on God undistracted, because when we read the Bible, often our mind wanders to so many different places, and it's so hard to even comprehend what we're reading, because we can read something over and over again and just it doesn't go in our brain. But that's why being undistracted and being focused on what you're reading is so important. And that's my message for today. And I really hope that this encouraged you and spoke to you and enabled you to raise the level that you operate at, so you are really operating at a level that is much higher than the level that you normally operate at. And you can always improve, which is amazing. So, because God said, be fruitful and multiply, be successful. He wants us to be successful. And especially in the area of being in a relationship with Him. And so that's my message. And check out The Battlefield of the Mind, which is also another source of inspiration for this video. And it enabled me to really focus on God undistracted, and gave me so much insight to be able to actually read the Bible for an hour without being undistracted. And I don't say that in a prideful way. I'm saying that in a really just a way that really complements how good this book is. So I'll put it in the link in the description, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.